Y'all ready?
Man, let's go.
Man.
All right, there we go.
Yeah. You already know, but it's his though. Yeah. Look. Check it out, y'all. Make sure you all peek the weekly live NFL show and watch it blow with hosts JB Glass and Bigg Q. You know they are the NFL crew covering the latest NFL news and covering all the team NFL prospect clues. Keeping the excitement growing light, picking the biggest games. The week, or who rising to the peak of big and all the stars you can see with the high segment like winners, losers, and like me. Cause they is all about being around the clock with the comedy style, top of show, and it's giving you the info in a funny way in case you don't know, and you can join the conversation. Be equipped using TeamBoydTV live and get on all the hype with 1,000 fans. You already know they doing right, and you could also log on to your PC, your Mac, or mobile. You already know they got you. The show be airing every Wednesday night, keeping the hype very tight. Being 3 of the highly rated on a YouTube. In case you didn't have a clue, now you know. Because they doing it so true, all just for you, yeah.
You are now tuned in to the dopest live NFL show on YouTube. This is TeamBoydTV Live. What is going on, everybody? What is happening? What is happening? The boys are back. This is TeamBoydTV Live, the dopest live NFL show on YouTube. And I'm joined by my homies, by my brothers, by my boys. What up, Raven Shogun? What's happening with your homie?
What's up, bro?
Everything good with you, man?
Everything's beautiful.
Yo, dude,
man.
it's been a while since we did this, right? It's been a while since all three of us got together and did this. Sage of Sports, Mr. GetWittedSports himself. Glass, what's popping, homie?
What's up, fam? What's up, fans, man? Hey, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing to put this shirt back on, man. I had it in the closet, way back in the closet.
Yes.
But it's a good thing, man. I'm glad we back together.
Yes,
so I
man.
miss y'all.
Yes, it was some good stuff, man. Like, I don't know that you got the 3 point, no, was the sports, what is it called, John? Let everybody know what it is.
The 3-point conversion sports lounge radio show on Blog Talk Radio.
Word.
Yeah, we busy over here, bro.
I know, right? That's what I'm talking about. JB, how you been enjoying your summer, bro?
Oh, everything's great, man.
Yeah.
It's been a little hot, in my portion of the country, but
Right.
yeah, we making it work.
Yes.
It's summertime.
Yo, it's been rough, dog. It's been rough. Hey, the 4th of July just passed, man, you know, and I had a pretty good time, man. It was pretty good. You enjoy your 4th class?
That was good.
Yeah.
I still got all 10 of my digits. Bro.
Hey, look, I wasn't going to throw no shots. It's a little early for all that, right? It's a little early for all that.
I know, man. I just had to put it out there.
Right? It was a little early for all that. But, hey, listen, earlier today, your boy, number 88, the wannabe playmaker, Des Bryant, got his paper today. You know what I mean? I know we'll talk about them in a couple weeks.
You said my boy.
Yeah,
my boy got paid too.
Oh, that's right. Your boy did. Yeah, Demarius Simons. Yeah, that's right. Well, you know what? The big news was Dance. Come on, let's be real. It was Dance. It was about Dance, right? You know what I mean? Yeah, man. So, you know, I know we'll get to the NFC East in a couple weeks, right? We'll do that. For everybody who are joining us, this is, like I said before, at the top of the show, this is TeamBoydTV Live, man, and we're doing our 2015 NFC West Divisional breakdown, and we got a good show for y'all tonight, man. We're going to look at the Seahawks and the Niners and the Rams and the Cardinals, right? Did I forget somebody?
Yep.
Yeah, so we're going to do all that right there. And for you guys who are just watching TeamBoydTV Live for the very, very first time, we welcome you to the dopest live NFL show on YouTube. We do things a little bit different around here. We use Twitter, man. If you guys want to join the conversation, go ahead. Use the hashtag TeamBoydTV Live, or you can hit JB at TeamBoydTV, JB_JB, or you can hit Glass at GetWittedSports, or you can hit your boy at TeamBoydTV. Listen, let's get this thing popping, y'all. Y'all ready?
Yes, sir.
Y'all ready to get into this thing, man? Y'all ready to get into this thing? All right, let's get into this thing. So, where we going first? Where we going first?
You pick.
I thought we start. Don't we usually do it from worst to first? And how we usually roll? And we usually get it in.
We can go worse. Let's go worse to first.
We'll go worse. Who that is? That is
That would be St. Louis.
That would be St. Louis. Hold on, let me set this up. All right, JB, you got St. Louis?
I got St. Louis, man.
All right, man.
All right, St. Louis Rams, one loss record, 6-10, 3-5 at home, 3-5 on the road. They finished last in the division, obviously, because we're doing them first. Before I get into passing and rushing stats or defensive stats, I want to do this whole thing that happened over the summer after the season. So key departures is defensive end Kendall Langford. He went to the Colts. Left tackle Jake Long, center Scott Willis, quarterback Sam Bradford to the Eagles, obviously. Sean Hill to the Vikings, quarterback. Offensive lineman Mike Persons to the Falcons. Right tackle Joe Barksdale to the Chargers. Right guard David Joseph, unsigned. They re-signed Lance Kendricks, tight end Kenny Britt, wide receiver and center Tim Barnes. Through trades or free agency, they acquired quarterback Nick Foles, quarterback Case Keenum, offensive lineman Garrett Reynolds, Nick Fairley, and Akeem Ayers. Draft notables, everybody knows. First of all, they had 9 picks in the draft, and notable draft, first round was Todd Gurley. And that's about all I got on notable.
Yeah.
But y'all bear with me.
Yeah.
It's the first show.
Yeah.
Okay. Stats on passing was Austin Davis, quarterback, 284 attempts, 180 completions, 2,001 yards, 63.4 completion rating, 12 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, 85.1 QBR. Also notable on passing would be Sean Hill at quarterback at 229 attempts, 145 completions, 1,657 yards, 63.3 completion rating, 8 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, and he had an 83.9 QBR. The lead rusher for the team was Trey Mason, 179 attempts, 765 yards, 4 touchdowns. On defense, receiving, was Jared Cook, 52 receptions, 634 yards, 3 touchdowns. And for all the people who thought Tavon Austin was going to be great, I just noted this. Tavon Austin only had 242 yards receiving, 1 touchdown. He was 4th as the receiving leader on their wide receiving corps. Notable defense, Alec Ogletree with 111 total tackles, 85 solos, and 4 fumble recoveries. And in pass defense, Tremaine Johnson with 3 interceptions and 1 touchdown. There you go.
Yo, man, I can't believe you actually put your boy Tay out there like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Big play Tay.
Because I like to, you know what? I like to go back when everybody do all this hype and a prospect coming out of college and they want him to be so highly, they
I actually
highly
wanted him to do
touted
something.
and they bust.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
actually, I didn't even add the stat that he didn't do so well as a returner. He only had one touchdown.
So I think they took the first running back in the draft, Glass and Todd. What's his name? Gurley.
Todd Gurley.
Yeah. They needed that, man. Like they ain't had a good rushing attack since didn't they slip up and trade they running back to the Atlanta Falcons a couple years ago. One of the Atlanta Falcons. Who did they get the running back to?
Yeah.
So what you think about their first round draft pick?
Oh, I love the pick. I understand he had the ACL tear and everything,
Right.
but he got a whole year to heal, and it's gonna be a diamond in the rough. I got high hopes for Todd Gurley.
Yeah,
I always liked the St. Louis Rams. I like Jeff Fisher, and I know what was their record last year? 6-10.
Yeah.
I think they on the come up.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Now, Glass, anything you want to add to the Rams before we kind of decide their fate? Because we get ready to decide their fate.
the key pickup that caught my attention when Nick Fairley.
Yes.
We got a 1-year contract from he came from the Lions. That's a good pickup defensively. So
Yeah.
I mean, pairing him with Robert Quinn. I mean, they already got a ferocious front.
Yeah.
So
You know what? I honestly thought their defense was okay. It's not where where it need to be, but I think they're going in the right direction defensively. This is the thing than anything else, but I was shocked about the quarterback trade. But then I thought about it, right? I think St. Louis came out better on this thing, right?
I was just about to ask you guys
right.
who you thought was better, Nick or Bradford. I think St. Louis.
I think they came. I think they got the better end of this thing right here.
At my point of view, it's a lateral move. They both.
Well, if you look at the last 2 seasons, right? Because 2 seasons ago, I think Sam Bradford was injured, right?
Right.
And then he had.
When was Sam Bradford injured?
Well,
that's my key.
Did he play last season? Did he play last season at all?
He played a little bit.
Yeah,
I don't think he has an injury-free season since sophomore year in Oklahoma.
And now he's moving up to the NFC East, and he think he's gonna stay up right there. Good luck, Chip. But we'll get the chip. We'll get the chip. I know y'all guys. I hope y'all got copies of the schedule because I know y'all can't see it. So
I got it.
I'm here. Okay, let's kick it off. It says the Rams will need to come out swinging as 4 of their first 5 games are against 2014 playoff teams, including 4 division winners. From a season ago, things tightened somewhat after that since St. Louis plays 4 straight contests against these teams that had losing records last season. If the Rams find themselves in a playoff race late in the season, a pair of divisional round road trips to Seattle and San Francisco will have that extra oomph. All right, cool. So we're going to kick it off. They start week 1 against Seattle, divisional game, straight off the bat. And that's at home, right? Then they go out to Washington, and then come back and got the Steelers coming in there. Another divisional game at the Cardinals, and then at the Packers. At this first stretch before the bye, I'm saying, fellas, Glass, I'm coming to you first. What it look like to you, bruh? I'm saying,
how many games we got? 1, 2, 3,
5.
4, 5 games?
Yeah.
1 and 4. They're gonna win the Washington game.
Wow.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. Oh my God, I heard somebody say.
I just got you said I love the Rams. I'm just straight blowing them up.
Right, JB, the first 5, dog. What you got, dog?
I think they'll win. I want to give them 3 out of the first 5.
Wow.
But I mean, I guess Glass must have forgot how much the Rams fought in every game this past season. They lost a lot. They lost a few of them, more than a few of them by a slim margin.
Yeah.
But and they got marginally better through draft and free agency. So I think they'll be a whole lot better than 6-10.
I think so too. And then this beginning stretch is tough. But Glass, you saying Washington. I'm thinking maybe that trip to that home game against Pittsburgh. They're gonna have a hands full against them two division games. In the pack, man. I can't. So I think they'll get.
What?
I think they get 2 of them.
With Pittsburgh. I thought they Pittsburgh with. They're playing at home.
They're playing at
They
home.
can sneak up on Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Okay. 2 and 3.
Okay, I'm with 2 and 3. JB, you like 2 and 3? That's what you like?
I like 3 and 2.
You like 3 and 2? Yeah.
right.
What's the other game?
He said they're gonna beat one of them. They're gonna beat the Pack, or they're gonna beat one of the divisional games.
It'll be a divisional game. They might get the Packers. Well, they playing Packers. It don't matter. That's a 3. Man, it's up in the air in the beginning.
It is. But you got to start strong, boy, because later on it gets rough. They go on a bye at week 6, and then we got maybe Johnny Manziel, right? Maybe, right? At home. Then they got another back-to-back home game. They're playing against the San Francisco 49ers, and then they go out to see Purple Jesus up there in Minnesota. Then they got the Chicago Bears at home. Then they go see Baltimore, and then the Bengals back-to-back, and then the Cardinals, and then the Lions. Oh, my God. All right, so that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I ain't gonna take about the 11. So this 7-game stretch, JB, this one look a little crazy, man. This is what a season can, if they don't make it through this stretch right here, dog, I don't know what to tell them. You know what I mean? They're gonna be back in the cellar again, if you ask me. If they drop, that's 7 games, they drop 3 of those games, and they'd already done dropped 2 or 3 in the beginning of the season, it's a wrap. What you think?
Well, I don't know what the percentage. If there is a percentage out there about how many games you can drop early, by mid-season, you pretty much seal your fate as a playoff contending team or making postseason altogether.
Yeah.
But I don't know, because I ain't got that schedule in front of me. But as far as what I think they'll do overall through them stretch of games or through the entire season, I think I like 9-7, 10-6 for the St. Louis Rams.
Okay. Now, just because I got you here, they got the Ravens on the road, and then they got the Bengals on the road the following week. Then they come back and face the Cardinals. What do you think about that?
It's a rough stretch. I mean, every NFL team got their schedule, man. I mean, so if they professionals, they're prepared for a road swing like that.
Yeah, right there though. Glass, when you see that, what you see, bro?
I got them winning more games than losing in that 7-game stretch.
Oh yeah,
got them going 4 and 3.
Wow.
So after 4 and 3, after everything's said and done, they'll end up 6 and 6 for the season.
6. So I'm saying maybe Cleveland, maybe Minnesota on the road, maybe Chicago at home.
Oh, they got Chicago.
Okay, I see what you're saying. All right, I feel you on that too. Okay, all right. So let me see. We're gonna finish the season up. We got Detroit, Tampa Bay at home, 2 home back-to-back games. Then they finish the season on the road with 2 divisional games. Now 6 and 6 by what was that, week 13? Glass, that what was that? 6 and 6 by week 13. The last 4 are pretty tough. Now I don't know about Tampa Bay. I mean, I'm still, I don't know. But Detroit though, I don't know about Detroit either. But Seahawks and 49ers on the road, Glass, to finish the season up with road games.
Yeah. Divisional road games at that.
Right.
Actually, I got them splitting. I got them losing to Detroit, beating Tampa Bay, losing at Seattle, and winning at San Francisco.
Okay.
Play spoilers. I ain't gonna say spoilers because it's San Francisco.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah.
By the end of the season, I got them going 8 and 8.
8 and 8. 8 and 8 look feasible. JB, where you stand?
9-7, 10-6, man.
9-7, 10-6.
More favorable to let's say 9-7 to be realistic.
Yeah, because 10 games is a bit of a stretch. I like.
Well, I got my reasons.
reasons.
We'll get to that now.
Okay, because I like 9-7 only because the beginning and the very end of their schedule is pretty tough, and then there's that road trip in the middle right there, going to Minnesota, going to Baltimore, going to Cincinnati. I don't know, man. That's rough. So I got them winning 9. That's what I got. I got them winning 9 games, right? I'm with you, JB. And
I just think by the teams in their division in so much flux, the 49ers holding the crown on being in flux, having so many Hall of Fame and legendary players shoes to fill. I just think, and they fighting for their city to keep the team there. Yeah. I mean, all these questions swirling about whether, it's going to be, I mean, I hate to label the St. Louis Rams a dark horse team, but they've been on the rise for 3 seasons now.
They
So
have, I
think it's
agree with
time.
that. I do. And them people in St. Louis, they don't want to see their team go to Los Angeles, man.
Right.
And maybe this team right here can inspire and convince Roger Goodell that the Rams belong in St. Louis. You know what I mean? I don't know. It'll be interesting to see, right? So Glass is giving them one less game than me and JB, right? So because that's Glass's grades are always so tough. They so hardcore.
Oh, stop. Pause.
Yeah.
Who wanted to pick Michelle?
Hey, whoa! We didn't even get into that part of the show yet. We didn't even get into that part of the show yet.
I just want to. I'm just saying. That's all.
Before we get into the next one, I want to give a shout out to my main man, Panther Nation representing the voice 2525 is in the building. He got 7.9 Glass, so he actually graded them, lower than all three of us.
7.9.
Yeah, 7.9. 7.9. That's what the voice say, right?
What up, boys?
So, Glass, you got who's next? Next was what? San Francisco.
Yep.
Yeah,
JB.
Now, listen up here. I got a lot of right here.
Okay. We got you
for the 49ers, and I just want to go through this. So, audience, you two, y'all just bear with it.
Right.
Try to digest this as I go, but here we go. 49ers finished 8-8, finished third in the division, 4-4 at home, 4-4 on the road. Before I get into any type of stats on the field, I want to give you an overview of their free agencies, their departures, their acquisitions, their releases, their waivers, their retirement, all that. So above all, number one, they lost the coach.
Yes, that's a big
Coach
thing.
Harbaugh's gone. Patrick Willis, obviously, headline retirement. Chris Borland retired. They lost the position coach in Bubba Ventrone. He got a positions coach vacancy job up in New England. And they re-signed Blaine Gabbert, 2-year contract. Don't know why. They re-signed Chris Cook, cornerback, for 1 year. Tight end Garrett Salick, 1 year. Long snapper Kyle Nelson, 4 years. And Desmond Bishop, linebacker, for 1 year. Free agent departures for the 49ers.
Here we go.
Headline.
This is where it's going to get crazy.
Mike Lafayette, Arizona. Dan Scooter, Jacksonville. Chris Culliver, Washington. Parrish Cox to the Titans. Quarterback Johnson. I didn't know who he was until I started digging. But he went to the Bengals and another big name of Michael Crabtree to the Oakland Raiders. They waived tackle Jonathan Martin, and he was claimed by your beloved Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
CB Cameron Fuller, and wide receiver Lance Lewis, didn't know what he was either. They released Stevie Johnson, who was signed by San Diego, and wide receiver Trenton Holiday was also released, has yet to be claimed.
Wow, Trenton, he done fell a long way. Wow.
He has. Okay. Not done yet. Okay, free agent acquisitions for the 49ers. Obviously, Torrey Smith from the Ravens, Reggie Bush from Detroit, Darnell Doggett from Arizona, Sharice Wright from San Diego, Eric Pierce from Buffalo, Jerome Simpson from Minnesota, Jared Haynes from the Australian Rugby League, running back.
That's how we do it.
Yes. That's how you pick winners right there. Anyway, and Philip Wheeler from Miami. It was also Nick Beller, New York Jets, the linebacker. And so that's it on free agencies and releasings and waves and re-signings. So there go the regular season stats for Kaepernick. 478 attempts, 289 completions, 3,369 yards, 60.5 completion percentage, 19 TDs, 10 INTs, was sacked 52 times, and had an 86.4 QBR. Running back Frank Gore, 285 attempts, 1,106 yards, 4 TDs. Colin Kaepernick also added to rushing totals with 104 attempts, 639 yards, 1 touchdown. And Carlos Hyde with 83 attempts, 333 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Leading receiver for the 49ers is Anquan Bolden, 83 receptions, 1,062 yards, 5 touchdowns. Coming in second was Michael Crabtree with 68 receptions, 698 yards, and 4 touchdowns. On defense, the leading tackler in total tackles was Chris Borland with 108, 84 solos, and 1 sack. INT leader was Parrish Cox with 5 INTs. And I noted Chris Culliver as a second CB with interceptions with 4, just because he is no longer there, or Parrish Cox is no longer there. Right. In the draft, just really quick as a note, they had 11 picks in the draft.
Damn.
They first pick, 17th overall, was Eric Armstead, DL from Oregon. Second pick was Jaquise Tart, safety from Stanford, 14 overall. Eli Harrell from Virginia, 15 overall. And they had a few more here that I didn't really jot down, but they had 11 picks in the draft. There you go. A lot of information.
I thought that's a lot of information. I'm telling you, like, dude, what you did, you went like, I'm saying you must have just took one day and then just the 49ers.
I thought he was 49ers beat right after
you know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on?
I wanted to make sure that when we start taking these crazy assumptions about the 49ers, it's all damn right.
That's right. That's right. Because, listen, they finished 3rd in the division for a reason. Now, I ain't going to say it. You know what? I'm going to say it, right? I'm going to say it. This is the same team that couldn't even win in the beginning of the season in a brand new stadium, right? This is the same team whose quarterback, and I know nobody don't want to hear nobody say this, but I'm going to say it. They quarterback regressed last year. Now I know they had a lot of in-house stuff going on. Now, I do. They had like coach and weird stuff happening. So it was, I don't know, this team with the 2014 team was the 14, yeah. They weren't gonna make it to the playoffs, right, class? I mean, I don't think it was. By the time we got to week 6, I mean, we knew what time it was, right? We knew who they were, right?
Yeah. It was mutiny at halfway point.
Right. I don't know. What you think, though, man? Bringing in now the free agent stuff, though, right? Reggie Bush and all that.
Let's wait. Hold on. Yeah. Listen to what JB said. It looked like it still sounded like they lost more.
They did.
Than they
did.
You lost Patrick Willis. You lost Justin Smith.
Yeah.
And you get Darren Dockett.
I don't think Justin Smith officially retired yet, though.
He ain't there. Believe me, he didn't want to be there, man. Daryl Dockett and Reggie Bush. And I'm not knocking them brothers today and shelling them. You got them on the downside of this.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So, then, wait, let me ask you this question. You lost Jim Harbaugh,
yeah,
which was the main cog of the machine.
Yes.
Right.
I don't know what was happening between him and the front office.
Right.
Who the heck is the new head coach now? Has anybody heard from him?
Yes, his name started with a T.
Now, there you go. Well, you answered my question. His name starts with a T.
They started with a T.
I'm done.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Hey, listen.
And the only time I heard him say anything, he was mumbling.
He was. Now, listen, Mr. Frisco said, don't let BSB fool y'all that his squad is good. Now, you know what? I hope so. This Mr. Frisco said this, okay? I'm saying.
Frisco, keep it real, bro. Keep it real. You can't say
I'm just saying. That's what he said. And the voice say, Niner fans are gonna hate me, but I don't give him 6 and 10 at best. The voice we didn't get to the schedule yet, boys.
Well, before we get into that kind of stuff, man, I just want to say my team after the Super Bowl, we lost some heart and soul. We lost some leadership. We lost some direction. And that was just maybe 7 players. Mm-hmm. And we had a horrible season trying to figure out who was going to fill them legendary shoes. Yeah. As I look around this 49er team, it's too much significant loss. It's too much cornerstone loss. I don't think the 49ers going to lay down per se and let this thing go by because everybody saw how many people hit the door and all that. Yeah. I think they'll be competitive. But this is a 2 to 3 year rebound. Yes. It's too much. It's a lot of
at
loss.
Least 2 or 3 years. At least 2 or 3 years. Now, free agency will help because the free agents that they picked up, some of them. Now, me personally, I think Reggie Bush is done. I think he played his best football in New Orleans, right? That's just my own personal opinion. Who was the wide receiver they brought in?
Wide receiver. I'm sorry.
The dude from Minnesota, right? Who's to play for Cincinnati? Do the flips and stuff over the goal line. You know the guy. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, I think free agency will get them through, right? But it's going to be hard for them, man. It's going to be – and, just like you said, JB, I understand because the year prior, my team lost a whole lot. And, you know, and y'all saw how we ended up last year, right? Like, it's hard to replace that many players. And I know this because I'm a Panthers fan, right? We lost a lot of players, like, you know, at the end of last season, the season before last. And it's tough. It's tough, you know.
Hey, you can't replace continuity and direction with talent.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That don't work nowhere. I don't care if you're playing dominoes or whatever game you want to put in there, but you ain't. I mean, like I said, this is a 2 or 3 year rebuild.
Yeah. Okay.
At the least.
This is what the good old NFL.com had to say. Jim Tomsula, that's his name. Tomsula and the new look Niners have the work cut out for them early in the season. After the season opener at home against the Vikings, San Francisco faces the Steelers, Cardinals, Packers in consecutive weeks. The Niners renew their rivalry with the Seattle Seahawks in a Thursday night matchup on Week 7. We'll see if it has the same level of intensity without Jim Harbaugh patrolling the San Francisco sidelines. Now, let's get into this thing, Glass. Here we go. We open it up at home against the Vikings. Then they go out on a 2-game road trip against the Steelers and division rival Cardinals. Come back home and face the Pack. Then go up to New York. To face this new look Giants team, which we'll talk about in a couple weeks. Then they come back and face your Ravens. Then that Week 7 matchup on Thursday night against the Seahawks, the Rams, and then the Falcons, right? So that's 9 games with, 1, 2, 3 divisional games in there. 2 of them being on the road, right? Glass, I'm gonna come to you first. 9 games before the bye. And by the way, JB, Mr. Frisco say you calling Michael Crabtree a loss? He think Michael Crabtree a loss? Are you serious?
He may have not produced, but he knows the system.
Yeah.
And Cap trusted him.
Right.
So he got to hit the reset button with Torrey Smith and
guess
Jerome
so.
Simpson
Yeah.
and whoever else is not there that's new there or who they drafted.
Yeah.
So
Okay. All right, Glass, give me your assessment, bruh.
Man, listen, y'all ready for this, Mr. Frisco? You ready for this? I'm telling you the truth on this one, bro. By Week 9, by the time they get to the bye, they'll be 2-7.
Oh my G, what? 2-7?
2-7.
Damn.
They're gonna lose. Minnesota gonna shock them.
Wow.
And beat them. They're gonna lose 4 straight between Pittsburgh, Arizona, Green Bay.
Damn.
They might beat the Giants. Might. Then you go back to then you go to Baltimore. Baltimore gonna tenderize them a little bit. Seattle gonna finish them off.
Oh my God.
St. Louis gonna take whatever's left.
They'll be
And
the
they
Falcons.
might beat Atlanta.
They'll beat
And
Atlanta.
let's hope, Coach. I don't even want to get to know his name real good. We have to hope if Coach Tomsula lasts.
Hey, Voice is crazy. Voice say find 7 wins in that list. He say find 7 wins. Find them.
No. I said 2-7.
No, I'm saying no.
Oh,
Voice
you
is
just
agreeing
said
with
no.
you. Yes,
Right.
you're right.
They just gonna win. They be happy if they won 2 games.
Wow. You know what?
2-7.
2-7. Look, it's hard for me to think that a team like the San Francisco 49ers will go into the bye week of Week 10, ain't won but 2 games. Now come on, Glass. Come on, man.
Listen, they went 8-8 for the season last year with Harbaugh.
Okay. All right.
You
with all the legendary players
exactly.
Okay.
and some of their division leaders, the stat leaders.
Yeah.
So,
So JB, you on this 10 and you on this 10 and I mean this 2-7 deal too?
yeah, I am. I mean, like I said, I don't have that schedule in front of me, but
Yeah.
I'll be glad to give you what I think they'll do overall. And I hope I'm wrong, because I think the 49ers is they would have expanded at that division, not so long ago. I don't like to see that change, but
Yeah.
hey,
Hey,
it's
Glass.
all about the front office.
Mr. Frisco said you scandalous, dog. You scandalous, man. What's up with that, dog? What's up, man?
Hey, man, you don't hate the messenger. You need to go to the front office and talk to them fools, man. They don't want to destroy the thing.
Oh my God. Hey, but the Voice that Glass is all over it, man. Like he is. I think Voice gets like extra rise out of seeing them NFC West teams like not do it. I do. I think he get off on that, man. I do. Right. All right, man. I want to. joining us so far, man, especially the ones that are participating on Twitter, man. We definitely appreciate all the support y'all give us. We at the halfway mark. We're going to go into our first break, or it might be the only break. I think it might be just one.
Hey, we didn't give our overall what we thought they might do.
Right.
Oh, my bad. Oh, did I not even finish the schedule yet?
You did not finish,
Hold
man.
on. Let me get back to this schedule.
Kinda rusty on that mic, bro.
Look, it's been a while, okay? It's been a minute. Hold on, let me go back to because I was like, wait a minute, why are we doing the San Francisco 49ers like this? All right, hold on. We go after the bye. We still got like 6 games left. As soon as they come off the bye, they go on the road against the Seattle Seahawks. Come back home and face the Arizona Cardinals. 2-game road trip up north to face Chicago and Cleveland. Come back and see the Cincinnati Bengals. Then they got a road trip to Detroit, and they finish at home against the St. Louis Rams. Now, we said, y'all saying 2-7 for the first stretch. 2. Okay. JB, I got 2 in this last stretch. All I see is 2 in this last.
Wow.
What you see there, man? What's going on?
Again, man, I don't have the schedule in front of me. You have to come back to me when you get to your point where you see their overall win-loss.
Okay. Okay, good. All I saw was 2.
Okay, I see one more than you.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 3. So I say they're gonna finish off the year. Now this is my Nostradamus prediction.
Okay.
Like I said, by the bye, Tom Sula will be out of there.
Oh my goodness.
And they're gonna write the ship eventually. So I'm gonna say they're gonna win 3 games out of the last 7. No.
6.
No, I'm sorry. They're gonna win 4 games out of the last 7. No, it's 7 games.
It's a 7. 1, 2, 3,
1, 2,
4,
3,
5, 6.
4,
Yeah, it's
5,
7.
6, 7.
Yeah.
And
4 out of 7.
And they're gonna end up being 6-10.
6-10. Okay. I just want to back up one second because you said something that was interesting. SoCal Rams fan is in the building. He said the Rams will go 10-6. That's my prediction. Hey, we said I think we all said somewhere around like 9-7, 10-6, somewhere around in there. The Voice 2525 said 7-9 SoCal. So that's what the Voice thinks of your. Yeah, But let me back up to what you said. By week 10, the bye week, the brand new coach, brand new, not even a full season under his belt, gonna be out.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's bold. I mean, I'm just saying that's pretty bold, man.
I'm not even gonna get to know who Tom Sula is.
Wow, that's crazy.
No, I'm going Nostradamus on y'all.
Okay,
bro.
okay. All right, JB, San Francisco 49ers finished 3rd in the division last year. You see the schedule. What you got?
I think they go 5-11. They're going. Like I said, this is a 3-year rebound.
Yeah.
They knew what it was last year, midway through, and they did it to get all those draft picks. They probably got a lot of other complimentary picks, whatever the other pick is. But I think they go 5-11 this year to flip Coach T.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll fire him mid-season or during the season just because somebody in the front office thought it was a good idea. 49ers faithful ain't gonna stand for that, so he'll be gone.
Wow. Listen, I'm gonna say is this. I think that this whole Harbaugh thing, it must have been something going on. I got to talk to a Niners fan to find out what's happening because it's so weird that a coach bailed like that and the rest of the team, like the team is in such, I don't know. It just seems kind of odd that once he left, everything else kind of like fell apart. I do think they can
Big Q, I'm just gonna put it to you like this.
Yeah.
When you're on the ship.
Yeah, and you see the rats.
And the rats start run away.
Yeah.
You know when you walking in the forest, you see all the birds flying one way.
Yeah.
There's a reason why.
Because somebody go down, right? Somebody go down. Hey, something's going on. I don't know what it was. Listen, but the 49ers, like y'all got to understand, this team was just playing in the Super Bowl a couple years ago. All right, so now I know they did lose a lot. They lost a lot of parts and stuff to their team. They still a formidable team. We got to see what this coach is about first. You know what I mean? Like if he can motivate them the same way Harbaugh, which I don't think I don't think nobody can, but because Harbaugh is a unique individual. But it depends on whether or not they're gonna play for this guy or not. I think if I think they can get 6. I'm gonna say 6-10. I think that 6-10 will probably be good enough for to go for that second spot. You never know. 6-10 might be depending on what Arizona cooking up. You know what I mean? I don't know. You know what I mean?
One other thing too.
Yeah.
Everybody and that they may not get hurt or something may not happen to them. As I look through their roster, they don't even have reliable backups to prove to me that they could do better than a 6-10, 5-11 season. Something happened to Kaepernick. You got Blaine Gabbert.
Yeah.
I don't know who would back up Anquan Bolden if something happened to him.
Yeah.
I don't know who would back up. It's just too much. It's too much that variables that they ain't even really. They just hoping for the best.
Man,
what it look like.
It's gonna be a rough one. But Niners fans gonna represent, and you know what? If they believe in their team, man, I can't be mad at them, dog. But from what I'm looking at right here, and this is July, right? So you don't know, it's July. So I mean, but it don't look good. It don't look good. Glass, what did you have?
What's your final record?
I had 6. I think they'll get 6.
Okay, JB.
Yeah.
What's the record?
5-11.
Okay, all right, I'm cool with that.
All right, what you got?
6-10.
Oh, you got 6-10 too. Hey, Mr. Frisco say Glass that Coach T been with them, man. He know the system. He good. He came up in that. He got this. He picked up
once again.
He learned something, right?
Once
you know
again,
what I mean?
last season he was in the system when they went 8-8 last season,
Wow,
right?
you don't got no mercy, dog.
I mean, I'm keeping it real. Hey, I'm trying to help you Niners fans not to jump off the lid. I'm trying to tell you how the season gonna end up.
That's crazy.
Hey, but another thing, Q, as I'm sitting here just thinking about it, Vernon Davis didn't jump off the page stat-wise.
Right.
Stevie Johnson didn't jump off the page stat-wise. Crabtree didn't jump off the page stat-wise. We're talking about all these proven weapons in this league.
Yeah.
And it didn't work. And you think about losing that, Trendon Holiday and Stevie, you think Jerome Simpson and Torrey Smith going to fill that void?
Right.
Well, you talking Torrey Smith like that was your man a year ago or 2 years ago or whatever. Don't he hold like a Super Bowl record right now? No,
he does not. But listen to this.
That's the other guy.
We ain't talking about my team right now.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, it is so crazy how you appraise a guy when he wearing purple, and it's, but as soon as he go put on a different color, he trash and he garbage. You know what I'm saying?
Let me just drop this on you. This guy was never, ever, ever, even with the chance, proved to be a number one reliable receiver in this league.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
So,
hey, but Mr. Frisco said the only question the only question mark they got on this squad is the offensive line, which is huge. And you know what? We didn't talk about, and I want to touch on real quick before we go into the break. We didn't talk about Frank Gore. Right? We didn't talk about that, right? Now, Glass, I don't know about you, but that was like a pivotal, that was the cornerstone to me, in my opinion, of their whole offense. What you say?
Where Frank Gore at now?
Frank Gore is in Indianapolis.
He's in a better place. Dude, I mean, listen, man. Listen, man. No shade to Mr. Frisco and my boy, Diego Barishnikov.
Yeah.
He's not a fan. Listen, man. A blind man can see this is not going to end up right. You got this brand new stadium. You had a brand new stadium last year.
Yeah.
And got your butt whooped a couple of times. Now, like I said, I have no problem with players leaving.
Yeah.
But I have a problem with players leaving and a coach leaving.
Yeah.
And a prominent coach at that.
Yeah.
I know that he's probably the players were probably tone deaf at that time. They wasn't listening to him, but he's still a good coach.
Yeah.
And like I said, this Jim Tomsulo, only thing I heard from him was mumbling.
Wow.
I'm
Okay.
just gonna keep it real. That's a good look. So let's go, man.
Whoa, now this is crazy. Now, JB, I just got on your case about the whole Torrey Smith thing. When Mr. Frisco said, and I quote, and y'all will see it in the little joint up in the top of my head. He said, y'all don't need to talk about Frank Gore. Hello, Carlos Hyde, baby. Just like that. Just like that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you cool with that? You cool with that?
I'm cool with that.
Oh, you cool with that?
I got to re-utter to the Carlos Hyde thing.
Okay.
I think Carlos Hyde he's pretty good. He's a stout back. He's an every down back.
Yeah.
But do we have the veteran savvy and can stay healthy or can play with nagging injuries like Frank Gordon?
Right. Yeah.
Can he catch the ball out of the backfield? Do we have that football IQ? He do not. So we shall see. I think for him as a healthy running back, 1 or 2 or 3 games early in the season, I give him a high mark. Okay. But November, December,
right.
Wow. Okay. Hey, look. I want to give a shout out to the Niners fans who are watching and commenting and tweeting and stuff, man. And the Rams fans, and we gonna get into this Cardinals Seahawks. Well, I don't know why I'm getting a Cardinals Seahawks thing. When we come back from the break, this has been going good for the first show. Like a lot of dialogue. I like it. You know what I'm saying? We will be right back. You are now tuned in to the dopest live NFL show. And we are back on YouTube. This is TeamBoydTV Live. It's still going. Okay, there we go. All right, now we good. Okay, we are back on the dopest live NFL show on YouTube. This is TeamBoydTV Live. Voice, you are funny, dude, man. You know, because of this right here, do we play them this year? I don't know. I don't think we do. No, we don't got them this year, do we? I don't think so. But man, you gonna catch it for that boy, because Voice is quiet. He's like, he tweet like he crying over here about the 49ers, dog. He having a good time. He having a good time with that one, dog. I'm trying to tell you. So that was funny. That Voice, you a trip, dog. You a trip. All right, where we going next, though? Right?
Arizona
Cardinals, right? Ah, yes. Arizona Cardinals. All right, let's get it.
All right, cool. Arizona Cardinals finished the year off being 11-5. I thought they was gonna be 3rd or 4th in the division, but they blew the scene up. I guess they had went 9-1 before Carson Palmer blew out his ACL. They still held the ship upright because Drew Stanton, the backup, he was doing this thing. Then he got hurt along with safety Tyrann Matthews. Then they brought in, I can't even remember the guy's name, the 3rd string, and that's when everything fell apart. Yeah. But they had a good season. It was 24th in offense, 24th in defense. Still, Bruce Arians did a good job as a head coach. During the offseason, defensive end Darnell Dockett, as we just said, he said 49ers and center Lars Sindlin, lineman Paul Faneka, and Dan Williams and cornerback Antonio Cromartie left the team for free agency, and then Larry Foote, the backbone of the defense, retired. In free agency, they picked up guard Mike Iapati which is a good pickup for the line. Stats on the offensive line on offense is top rusher was Trey Mason. Oh, I'm on the wrong team. Top rusher was Andre Ellington, 12 games for 660 yards and 3 touchdowns. Up with Stephen Taylor, 4 games with 208 yards and 1 TD. One thing I must say, they got to step the game up. Because as you can tell, when they knew they didn't have a quarterback, they put probably 12 in the box and stopped that run game. I think they was averaging 3.3 yards a carry. So that's one thing they got to help on. 47 receptions for 841. 8 and 6 touchdowns. He was above Larry Fitzgerald, who was a legend over there. Larry Fitzgerald has receptions for 784 yards, 2 TDs, and John Brown busted to the scene late in the season. Receptions for 696 yards and 5 TDs. Yeah. Top defensive player was Alex Okafor. The linebacker had 8 sacks and 30 tackles. Top defenders was Rashad Johnson with 4 interceptions, 2 ran back for TDs, 2 fumble recoveries, and 82 tackles. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it right there.
Okay.
So that's what we got for the Arizona Cardinals.
Well, first of all, Mr. Frisco says that we shouldn't even be discussing the Cardinals because they've been in the league since 1920 and ain't done nothing. I'm just saying that's what he said, right? That's what he said. But I would say this though. This is what I would say. I would say, wasn't the Arizona Cardinals like undefeated through like 6 weeks or something like that, JB?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, so, I mean, listen, not to discount them, right, because we did pound them up pretty good. Well, I ain't going to say that because the playoff game was good. Yeah. It was like, all right.
Come on, man.
I'm just saying.
That was the team that y'all played in a wild card.
Look,
man.
It don't even matter, right? What I'm saying is this. Oh. I'm saying, you know, I'm giving them a pass because everybody was injured and stuff. It was down to the 3rd and 4th and 5th string quarterbacks and whatnot. Right. I'm just saying. Giving them a pass for that, right? You know, we did beat them in the playoffs. So they got beat by a team that went into the playoffs with a losing record. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? JB, what you think?
Well, I mean, just to add to your point, they bread and butter was their secondary or their defense, and they lost players off their secondary and on their front. So, right. I mean, their offense really didn't carry them down the stretch in their last 5 or 6.
Right.
It was the defense, and they got beat in the playoffs by the Panthers. Yeah. So, I mean, that is what it is. It didn't matter who was quarterbacking, and that's how they felt about it. That's how Bruce Arians felt about it, because the defense was the bread and butter. Yeah. And by them having key losses on that defense, I can't see them having repeat success.
Wow. Well, I can say this much. I think Bruce Arians is a hell of a coach, though. You know, I do. You know, it's just. You know, and I feel bad for Larry Fitzgerald. You know what I mean? Like, they had that Super Bowl, you know, a few years back or whatever. You know what I mean? But I think that's as close as he's going to get, though, man. Because, like, ain't he winding down, right? He winding down a little bit, right? So, I don't know. Yeah. It's a little tough, you know. And, you know, it's weird how much changed in one season. You know what I mean? Like, because, honestly, I do remember the conversation sometime last season where people had the Arizona Cardinals in the Super Bowl. You remember that? People had the Arizona Cardinals in the Super Bowl, right? And then at, you know, around the halfway mark, everybody kind of changed their tune. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Y'all want to see their schedule?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's go.
All right, let me see. Arizona Cardinals. Okay, they got some inspirational words of wisdom here. All right, Arizona has a good chance to start strong in their first 4 games against teams who sported losing records in 2014. After that, the Cardinals will leave the nest for a little while. Of the Birds' 8 road games, 6 of them come in a 9-week span. Their final road trip of the year is a Week 15 affair at Philadelphia, which begins a season-ending gauntlet with back-to-back games against the Packers and the Seahawks. Now, let's look at the first 8 games. Let's see if we can get this in the view. All right, the first 8 games see them going on the road to visit the New Orleans Saints. Come back and visit. Saints come in there. Chicago Bears on the road. They got the Niners at home, the Rams at home. They go see the Lions, go see the Steelers. The Ravens come in there, and then they go see the Browns. Now, from what I'm seeing, Out of those 8 games, I see Arizona pulling. I see them dropping only about 3 of them. I'm gonna come to you first, JB. I got them losing at home to Baltimore. I got them losing at home to the Rams, and I got them losing at home to the 49ers. What you got?
I think they split the first 8.
Yeah, 4-4. Yeah.
4-4.
Okay. All right. Cool. Glass out of that first 8 weeks, which is it's not really super hard. I mean, it's like
No.
they can come out pretty good in this. They could. They can. You know what I mean? So I don't know. What you got?
Got them going 6-2, losing to the Pittsburgh Steelers at Pittsburgh and losing to Baltimore. They winning everything else.
Yeah.
So 6.
Because I had them losing the home games. So the road games look pretty good. It's just some home games that look tough. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Them the ones that look a little bit crazy. You know what I mean? So let me go back to the schedule real quick and see what else we got in store for the good old St. Louis Cardinals. After the bye, they buy us right smack dab in the middle of the season. They got a road trip to see Seattle. Then they got the Bengals coming in. Then they go and face the same 2 teams they just played at home in the first half. Play them on the road, San Francisco and St. Louis. Come back home and face the Vikings. They got the Eagles in Philly, and then they got the last 2 games, the Packers and the Seahawks at home. Them Seahawks games are going to be them 2. I don't know whether I know they're going to beat the Seahawks once, right? I just don't know if they're going to beat them on the road or they're going to beat them at home. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, if it come down to it, you know, week 17, that's going to be a little tight, man. Like, I don't know. 2, I got them winning everything except 2 of those, dog. Glass, what you got?
I'm looking at the schedule. I have actually, with all divisional games, I have them splitting with all 3 teams.
Yeah.
After everything's said and done, the last half I have them going 4-4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4-4, ending the season with a 10-6 record.
10-6 record. 10. I thought 10-6 was gonna be that number. JB, what you got?
I won't go through every team down the stretch, but they finished 10-6.
10-6.
And I think overall, 11 wins gonna win this division this year.
Yes, I was thinking that 10 would have been good enough to be a contender because we gave, St. Louis around that number, right? More or less, one plus one.
10-6. But I also think it's going to be a 3-way race.
Oh yeah,
it's going to be decided in November, December.
Yeah, and I really think that around the early part of December, St. Louis, Arizona, and Seattle cannot slip up because like the first one to drop a game in that area right there.
Right.
It ain't no coming back from that. Right? You know what I mean? As far as division wins are concerned, right? I think everybody got a division game at the end of the season. But 10-6 is going to be that number. Panthers God says, I think Rams could be good this year. What's up, you guys not watching the ESPYs? Yeah, we can watch this DVR, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You remember, usually when we start doing this, the very first episode is always on the same night as the ESPYs. It's the same way last year and the year before.
Ain't Caitlyn Jenner up for the award tonight?
Caitlyn.
Man, let's not even get into that. Courage award. Okay.
I know, right? That's
I ain't watching no damn ESPYs, man. We doing this.
I know, right? I'm just saying. Come on, DVR. Man. I got it on DVR. So we cool with that? Like 10-6 is where it's at?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the magic number right there.
What's the possibility and stipulation that they could get that magic 11th win?
Yeah.
And win it all.
Because that 11th win is going to do it. Which brings us into the next segment, right? Okay, Glass. These guys, they played in their second trip to the Super Bowl, didn't turn out too well for them. Ran out into a buzzsaw with deflated balls and stuff. And, last minute, interceptions thrown by, I'm not going to do it. Russell Wilson, but we're gonna talk about that here in a minute, right? Okay.
Right.
Seattle Seahawks, you're defending NFC West champions.
Okay, first off, before we get into the Seattle Seahawks, speaking of the ESPYs, I just seen on Twitter a picture of Russell Wilson with
Sierra.
Sierra.
Yeah, that's his girl now.
Nah, you know what I'm talking about. Dude, you're a better man than me if you go ahead and have abstinence.
Oh yeah. Oh well,
That's all
yeah.
I gotta say.
With Sierra, with Sierra out of all women.
Hey, if you could do that, God bless.
Yeah,
I'll just
I
leave
know
it
that's
at
right.
that.
More power to him.
All right. All right, as we all know, they was in the Super Bowl last year. They was one stupid pass away from winning the Super Bowl, but it's all good. In the off season, they picked up the top, I believe, free agent. Oh, not it was a trade. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're
They
talking
made
about
a nice trade between picking up tight end Jimmy Graham from New Orleans, and they gave up center Max Unger the first round pick, which was a good move for Seattle.
It was.
They also signed Kerry Williams, defensive tackle, Ruben, to do that because key players did leave. Number one cornerback, Byron Maxwell. He signed a $63 million contract with the Eagles. Former Super Bowl MVP linebacker. He's a Raider now. Bad move. Anyway, and James Carpenter left for the Jets.
Wow.
Record was what, 12-4.
Yep.
They squeaked up in there. The Arizona Cardinals had to leave, but of course with the injuries, Seattle Seahawks, they moved up in there. Great move. Like I said, they made a move through the playoffs and got to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson, he's due for some money. I don't know if this a contract year or is he supposed to sign?
Nope, he got one more year.
He got one more year off that weak rookie deal.
Mm-hmm.
He got to get paid next year. The quarterback, the starting quarterback for the team, 68% completion rate for 3,475 yards. His backcourt mate, running back Marshawn Lynch, 28 years old. He still got two prime good years left up in him. He was indestructible. I don't even remember him getting injured. He hasn't been injured in a while.
In a long time. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They still have the Legion of Boom on defense. Richard Sherman, Earl Thomas, Cam Chancellor. I think there was one. Which one left? Was it
Brown? No, he left the year before. No, it wasn't Thomas. It wasn't Sherman. It wasn't
Maxwell, right?
Yes, Maxwell. Didn't they go to Giants?
Maxwell.
One of them went to the Giants, right?
Right,
Yeah.
right. So, but still, they're intact. They're gonna do. I believe they're gonna be the same place, same time, this time next year. I mean, at the end of the season. So,
Didn't they lose Thurman? They lost Thurman too, didn't they?
I think he's the one who went. No, Thurman.
Quarterback Thurman.
Yeah.
I
think he was the one who went to New York. Yeah, I think he was the one who went to New York. I think. I know one of them went to New York. One of them went to the Giants. Right. I can't remember which one it was. You know what I mean? But you saying you think they're gonna be in the same position?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. You know what I mean? Because I'm just thinking about this fiasco that went down.
It's gonna be a battle between them and the Cardinals. Don't get me wrong.
It is, but you know what? I also saw some things last season where a lot of people hadn't figured this Legion of Boom defense crap out. You know what I mean? And it wasn't. I don't think it was as effective as it was the year before. I'm just saying.
Listen, as long as they got Cam Chancellor there, I think Cam Chancellor is the most underrated player.
Oh, trust me, Cam Chancellor hurt my feelings worse than any other player in the league. Shit, you know what I mean? So, I mean, I know about that, but I don't know. It's weird. You know what I mean? I don't know. We'll see, because they can't do that forever, dog. You know what I mean? They can't run that type of defense 3 years straight and think ain't nobody gonna figure it out. I'm just saying. Now, I ain't talking about no quarterback like Cam Newton, who ain't really, I don't think like try that against like somebody like a Peyton Manning or Joe Flacco or who else can I name or what's the guy's name who won the Super Bowl? I don't like saying his name out loud. That guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That dude. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Try that against somebody like him. You know what I mean? Like, I give Cam a pass because he's young. You know what I mean? Which he should have had it figured out by now. But the same, playing him that many times. I don't think they're played him 4 times. Played him every year his whole entire time he's been in the league. I don't know.
This is how I see about that. Yeah. I understand what you're saying. You can't run the same thing 3 times in a row. But it ain't even about the scheme or anything like that. Pete Carroll let them play like they want to play. Yeah. He don't care about the penalties. He don't care about all that. Yeah. You just go ahead and slam a couple of people down.
I like it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like it.
So how can you how can you adjust to that?
Right.
Physicality.
It's
You know what I'm
pretty.
saying?
It's pretty cool.
Somebody
And they have a lot of fun doing that stuff too, man. You know, so
I tell you what. I think that team is built to do exactly what it's doing. It was put together young. They produced the Super Bowl. They had 2 back-to-back appearances. And I mean, we talking about the starting quarterback for that team is still in his rookie
contract.
he's still in his rookie deal.
Yeah.
I mean, it's built to do exactly what it's doing.
Yeah.
They happen to be good young.
Yeah.
So Seattle will be around. The only thing that can kill that team, really, honestly, what it is right now is the salary cap.
Yeah.
Whether they fluctuate or not. That's pretty tough. They built to get them results with young players.
Yeah.
Exactly.
A lot of teams need to adopt that mantra, you know, i.e. the Pittsburgh Steelers and a few more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think when Russell Wilson's deal come to fruition, that's where they're gonna have to drop a couple of key players.
Things gonna change.
Same thing like when happened to your team, to Baltimore, when they paid Joe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They had to drop off some key players. I think this season will be, the window will be closing shut soon, just because they got to pay Russell Wilson, and Russell Wilson deserves the money.
And because you never know, Russell might back him into a corner like Joe did. You know what I'm saying? So you never know. He in position to do that. I'm just saying he is, right? All right. So for our last look at the schedule for this week, we got the Seattle Seahawks return to the Super Bowl. Seattle's quest for a 3rd straight Super Bowl appearance begins with consecutive road games at St. Louis and Green Bay. Midway through the season, the Seahawks take trips to San Francisco and Dallas before a bye in Week 9. They will need to rest because after the break, the Hawks will host the Cardinals, Niners, and Steelers. That stretch is certain to tell us quite a little bit about the defending NFC champions. Okay, so just like
can I start this off by saying this is a hell of a schedule?
It is, man. Well, it should be because look, this should be like the second to the hardest schedule of all of them, right? It should be, right? Right. So, 2 road games to open the season up, right? One of them is a prime time, look like a Monday nighter. We got they go on the road against the Rams, and then on the road again on the Monday night game against the Packers. Come back home for 2 games, Bears, Lions. Back on the road against the Bengals. My Panthers come to town to try this thing one more time. Then they go back out to see the 49ers, and they got the Cowboys before they see a bye. Let me look at this one more time, right? That is tough. And I understand they don't want to give them, no easy schedule or whatever because they keep on going back to the Super Bowl. But Lord have mercy, they trying to break them down. See that right there, dude? Can they overcome that first eight games, man? I mean, yeah, there's some good teams in there, man.
Well, I'm gonna start by saying this. Last year, we thought they wouldn't do much at all.
Right.
So I ain't gonna really count Seattle out. But I think they'll have another slow start like they did similar to last year.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, they lost a few games last year that people were saying that they shouldn't have lost it.
Right. Yeah.
I think that'll take place again, even though they probably will remember, the season where they played down to a drop crazy game.
Right.
I think they'll get beat fair and square though.
Hey, I hope one of the games that they lose that they ain't supposed to lose is that Carolina Week 6 game. We need to get that. I'm tired of getting beat by these boys, man. And up until recently, up until last season, we had them like they were right there. But not last season they beat us, right? I will go ahead and concede that they beat us pretty bad. So, but Glass, when you look at it, what you say?
Hell of a first 8 games. Like I agree with JB. They shocked us last year. I had them going to mediocre 8-8. They fooled me. Even though this schedule seems hard, I do believe they're gonna squeak out 5 wins before the bye. So I got them going 5-3.
Okay. So Voice said there's only going to be one team to make the playoffs come out of the West, and he got the Cards at 7-9. He don't think nobody gonna reach that 11 wins like we think. He think they're gonna be able to win it 9-7. 9-7. 9-7.
Okay, I'm about to say,
9-7. Yes.
Okay.
9-7. I'm reading it right now. 9-7. Okay. But that's what he said. He said they can get it done with 9 wins. I don't know.
Nah, you got to have 10.
Yeah, you got to have 10 or 11 because 9 won't get it done.
Yeah.
Nah. I mean, ain't no team in the West has took that type of a step back but San Francisco.
Right. Yeah.
Everybody else still on the cusp. Even St. Louis.
Right.
So nine won't get it. Nine will have you.
Nine to get you in the dance. Nine to get you in the dance. You get in the door. Right. You get. Yes. Yeah.
Or a chance,
right.
But you ain't gonna make it out of there with 9.
Nah, right. You can punch a ticket with 9, but that's about all you're gonna get. Right?
That's all.
That's about all you're gonna get. All right, let's go back to this thing. Let me see what we got, Chion. Okay, here it is. Last part of the schedule. It's the whole division taking the bye week at the same time.
Right.
Except for the Rams. The Rams had an early bye, like at week 5 or something. But the other 3 teams all kind of went at the same time. That's weird. So we got the Cards and the Niners and the Steelers coming into what they call it, CenturyLink Field, right? And then they go on the road against the Vikings and the Ravens. And then they come back home and got the Browns and the Rams, and then they got the Cardinals at the end of the season. Now, if what the voice is saying is true, right? If what the voice is saying is true, then that means that by that Cardinals Hawks game, maybe the Cardinals. That last one.
I agree.
It's gonna be one for the ages. You know what I mean?
I agree.
That's what he's
just
saying.
looking at that.
Yeah. So I don't know. What Iraqi vet is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Iraqi vet, right? He says, "Okay, ESPN." Okay, I'm just saying we're trying to do it. You know what I mean? But yeah, so voice saying that they can win a division with. I'm still tripping on that.
I'll go ahead and go first.
Yeah.
I have to agree with voice.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the schedule. I had the Cardinals going 6-10.
Yeah.
Last 8 games for the Seahawks, I have them finishing. They're going on a nice little run. They're going to finish 6-2, which means that last game between the Seattle Seahawks and Arizona Cardinals is going to be epic. It's going to be important. And I have Arizona losing that game. They're going to finish 11. Seahawks going to finish 11-5, and the Cardinals will finish 10-6. That's how close it's going to get. Just like last season.
Yeah, just like last season. So nine still ain't gonna work though, right? Like I said, 9 to get you in the door. That's about it. JB, what you say about it?
As a stand, well, first of all, I think the Seahawks will finish 11-5. 10 wins or maybe the max to win it. But as it stands, and rightfully so, because I was dead wrong last year. I'm going to crown them the eventual winner of that division just because they've done it back-to-back times. Plus, that team's still proving itself, even though they made 2 Super Bowls. But off the record, if 10 wins win the West, I want to say off the record, St. Louis, they do it.
Wow.
They hadn't lost anything. I mean, this is my logic.
Yeah.
They hadn't lost anything. They ain't replacing nobody.
Right.
They adding everything.
Yes, they are.
They added and they experimental players with like Tavon Austin, etc.
Yeah.
And add early to Stacy and Trey Mason. That backfield. I think they got a chance to steal it.
Yeah, they may because I'm thinking about Arizona, and even though
it sound good, man,
because Carson coming back, right? So Carson's coming back for his what is this? His 12th? Is this his 12th season? 9th? No, he in the double digits now.
No, he in double digits.
He in the double digits, right? It's got to be like 11th, 12th season. It's got to be, right? So I don't know how much faith they're gonna have in him, which puts them back in the quarterback bind, which means I think they're gonna be going through a quarterback situation by mid-season, right? So Seattle can do it if they can start off strong and they don't drop no unexpected games like they won against the Carolina Panthers. I'm gonna say it again, right? If they don't drop no unexpected games like that, they're gonna have to get 10 or more. If they can't get 10 or more, they're not gonna win. And it's up for grabs. It can go any way, right?
I'm just saying, St. Louis. They have. Their quarterback situation could be shored up, man.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, man. They was a scrappy team all year last season.
They were.
Right.
They were.
And I don't know, man. I just don't trust the Cardinals' identity, and they lost people. So
Hey,
they relied on defense the entire time.
Right.
No.
Yeah. Hey,
Who's catching balls in Arizona besides
we
Larry Fitzgerald?
got John Brown, Larry Fitzgerald.
John Brown, he was doing the damn thing.
John Brown was doing it. He's big. That's a big play threat right there, dude. He will hurt you, right?
And it's a couple things on a football team you have to present to even show up to opposing team stadium.
Yeah.
You got to have an established quarterback, and you got to have some type of even just threatening running game. And Seattle, I mean, not Seattle, but Arizona.
You know what? Okay, they don't. The quarterback. I agree with the quarterback, and I definitely agree with the running game. But and then I guess because even though they got them high power receivers or supposed high power receivers, they can't really get what they need because they ain't got no quarterback to throw the ball. Hey, a Rocky vet talking about Carson Palmer, right? Talking about 11 years and still ain't done nothing. You know what I'm saying? They still ain't done that.
Words of encouragement only go so far for a guy like John Skelton, et cetera.
Yeah.
You only can pump him up. You only can pump him up for so. Words of encouragement only go carry you so far before we have a 7 interception game.
You know what? But you know what they were saying last year and the year before last about the coaching. They were saying that it ain't the skill level of the players. It was just the motivation that they were getting to do this crazy stuff. Because a lot of them things the situation they were in, you look at it, I know I picked against them a lot of the times, and I got burned early in the season by them. You know what I mean? Like, because they weren't supposed to win those games, but by hook or crook they got it done. I don't know.
Bruce Arians is a top quality coach.
Yeah.
You gotta give him his credit. He was doing the thing in Indianapolis when their coach went down because of the cancer.
Oh yeah.
He got Arizona stepping up their game. Yeah. So I give a lot of credit to the coach. I hear what you say, JB, about the running game. The running game sucks, but I think the running game sucks because the quarterback sucks.
Yes.
You got down to the third string quarterback, just like I said earlier. They know you're not going to throw the ball, so we're just going to stack the box.
Right.
Make sure your run game is not going to be beneficial.
Right.
And like I said, they was 3.3 yards per carry.
Yeah.
They got to step their game up. So now we got Carson Palmer back. I know everybody throwing shade on Carson Palmer, but he does have still got a good arm.
He does.
And act. So we have to see how this going to end up. And I agree with you, JB. I like me some Rams. But you got to show me.
Yeah.
They have to. They definitely have to.
Alvin Thomas, like you, but
hey, listen. If the Rams come out of that thing, anyway, like if the Rams come, like if we get to like week 10, week 11, and the Rams are in it, in the thick of it, dude, I'm saying that's gonna be scary for some people. You know what I mean?
I want to say this too. The biggest crime in sports history, to me, is what they doing to Larry Fitzgerald.
Yes.
Over his entire career.
Yes.
It's just a crime. I mean, his kids well taken care of and his family, but it's a crime. That guy, it's a Hall of Famer, the first ballot. But
I don't know, JB, because like nobody forced him to resign and get them extensions and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like hey,
if you're gonna keep me here, get me a guy that can throw me the ball, and it never happened.
Or you can
it never will happen.
Okay, but all right, JB, but listen. That man took some money.
A lot of money.
Yes. So it's only so much you could do when Larry Fitzgerald took a lot of money.
Absolutely.
Well, let me ask you this, Brad. Let me pose this question to you.
Yeah.
If I was going to give you a blockbuster contract and just to keep you there because you're great at what you do, when you ask me, can I even be? Is there a possibility that you're going to enhance my greatness by getting me somebody who can?
You would think that.
You be thinking about dollars. You're just signing because you're getting paid.
You know what? It's a catch-22. I want all players, especially football players, to get paid.
Yes.
Because their contracts suck.
They do.
It's like written on. But then again, I understand that, in order for me to be relevant, I got to have some play. I got to have a run game. I got to have offensive line to protect my quarterback. Yeah. I got to have a quarterback.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when I go to contract negotiation, I'm like, listen, I'll give you a what's that called? A hometown discount.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Sure.
Bring in the players I need.
Sure. You know what? I say it like this: if you ain't expecting me to ever win, then you better pay me. That's the way I say it, right?
I mean, Larry Fitzgerald can't even if he was just faking it just because he wanted the money, they wouldn't know the why because nobody can throw it to him.
Right, you know what I mean?
They wouldn't even know.
Hey, all I
They
know
wouldn't
is
even know.
if y'all ain't trying to win no Super Bowls around here, right? If y'all ain't trying to do that, can I get paid at least? I mean,
I agree.
you know, if I'm out here getting hit going over the middle, doing all the stuff, and I know what the end result going to be, we're going to lose every game. Can I get paid? Can I do that?
And look what all the greats have done in the past 3 years. Brady took a pay cut, you know, because he wanted a championship. You know, there's a few other guys that took a pay cut to win a championship. I ain't hearing Larry even mention
I believe
because there's nobody throwing the ball.
Well, I believe eventually he'll make a decision, a business decision that, you know, he after collected enough checks, man, and you're like, oh, you know what, another $30-40 million guaranteed contract ain't really gonna help me out all that much. Then look, he already know he's not gonna win a Super Bowl with Arizona. He knows this, right? So when this contract play out, which I think he got one more year left on, right? If he can still play, trust me, he ain't gonna be wearing that Cardinals jersey. He'll be playing somewhere else, and he'll take a whole lot less money to get a ring because all players do that. All players do that. Eventually, they won a championship, but first you got to get that money. You know what I mean? You got to get that money first.
And if it's a smart organization, Larry Fitzgerald don't got a lot of wear and tear because he don't get the ball much.
Right.
So I would jump on him, you know, when he become available. Right. If he don't cost too much.
Yeah. Right. Well, look, that is our show for this week. Because I was gonna say, can we do winners? I don't want to do winners, losers, and locks. Because ain't a lot going on right now. We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait to get into that. But you look, everybody who came out to show support, man, we definitely appreciate it. We like doing this, getting everybody thinking about football again, right? So the conversation was good. The tweets were off the chain. Everybody in the football mood, right? And I like to think that we kind of kick that off with our season. I want to think that, right? I want to believe that. But I want to thank you guys for checking us out. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a poll up on Google Plus. So if you don't follow me on Google Plus, you probably need to do that. It'll be the AFC teams, all four divisions, and y'all will vote for the AFC division that we will do next week. Because we go NFC, AFC. We never start off with AFC ever, do we? It's always NFC, right? Yeah. So we'll do the AFC next week. I don't know what the team is going to be. I will put the poll up as soon as we go off the air. I'll leave it up for a full week. We'll come back to it, see what you guys think, and that's the division we'll do. JB, what kind of parting shots you got, and tell people how they can find you.
Well, I want to say it feels good to be back in front of the camera.
Yes.
Be back with you, even though I talk to you like all the time. Yeah. But as a trio with this live thing, and I just want to tell the people out there with all the stuff going on in society, man, football fixed everything.
It does.
I'm glad it's about this time of year again. But you can always follow me on Twitter at TeamBoydTV, JB_JB.
Right. Okay. Cool. Hey, look, Mr. Frisco, you the man around here, dog. Look, we do this because, hey, listen, ain't no football being played right now, and we every year when we do this, I know for show last year we were wrong about a lot of stuff, right? Oh my God, we were. And I'm not doubting your team. It look a little shaky right now. That's all I'm saying. It look a little shaky.
I tell Mr. Frisco this. I hope I'm wrong.
Right. And listen, eventually we gonna cover everybody's team, and we ain't gonna have something good to say about everybody's team. There's always some negatives, even my beloved Panthers, and we'll get to Glass's, Broncos and JB's. We'll do it. You know what I'm saying? This off season. That's what we do, right?
Hey, one fan base and one team that get a little bit less scrutiny than the other 31, and that's the winner of the Super Bowl.
Oh no! I think it's a lot.
I don't know.
Hey, wait. Besides accusations, one team don't get as much scrutiny.
That's just the way it works. That's just the way it works. Class, man, it was good to have the boys back together, man. This is always fun, man. You know what? I was so hyped up last week. I knew our schedules were all messed up, and I kind of sprung it on y'all. But man, I was glad I was able to get it done tonight, man. What you got going on, cuz?
Dude, man. Number one, it feels good to be back on here. This is our third season.
Yes.
It feels like it's supposed to be like this. I want to thank you guys for bringing me back. to the group and everything. I know my way around the kitchen.
There you go.
But I know
You
got that.
You going to the refrigerator on your own, right? You go to the refrigerator.
Right. I can drink out the milk. It just feels good to be back. Glad the season's about to jump off soon in about a month and a half.
Yeah.
You know, Prime Sports Talk Coalition in full effect. We got things going on.
Yeah.
You can check me out every Saturday mornings on the 3 Point Conversion Sports Lounge on Blog Talk Radio. We on every Saturday mornings from 9 to 11 Central Standard Time. Got some good stuff. We talk about every sports, every situation, every topic with my co-host, Mr. Controversy, Raphael Haynes.
Shout out to Raph.
Check out my YouTube channel, GetWittedSports 2. That's the number 2. We're gonna have some good stuff on there. You can even check me out on Periscope.
Yeah.
Kind of like just jumped off on Periscope today.
Yeah.
It's a great thing.
Yeah.
Follow me there on Twitter, Facebook at GetWittedSports. Got any questions, comments? Shoot the breeze, Mr. Frisco. If you don't like what I said, you can email me at GetWittedSports2. That's the number 2 at gmail.com.
Yeah. Hey, fellas, this has been a pretty good, season premiere, I think. I did see some things that I probably need to address before the next show, but that's okay. Well, that's the technical stuff on my end. We'll take care of that. But okay. for my Panther Nation, listen, I got a really huge Black and Blue podcast lined up. We'll have some heavy hitters on there with me. But I want y'all to know that I probably won't be doing the live YouTube thing with the Black and Blue podcast this year. I think I'm going to stick to the audio-only radio style thing. May do it live on the, audio. May not. I don't know. But I know the first one, for the season, going to be huge, right? So all my Panther Nation people, y'all keep an eye out for that. I will let y'all. I don't know how much y'all be cracking a smile about Panther Nation, but yeah, hey, this is the year. I'm saying it's gonna be a lot of y'all gonna be talking about. Y'all gonna be upset about what the Carolina Panthers do this year.
Big
Just
Q.
saying.
I'm proud of you, bro.
Yeah,
I'm proud of you.
Yeah,
you cannot even really go off talking about Black and Blue Nation.
What?
You didn't say nothing really. Only thing you said
the
about
Panthers showed up on the schedules here.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I'm just saying I'm proud of you, man.
All right, good.
You kept the TeamBoydTV live. So
I did.
Great job.
I did. See what I'm saying?
Hey, Glenn, for now.
For now, because you know when them boys start suiting up, I get a little crazy. You know what I mean? Anyway, I definitely appreciate everybody who joined the show, man. And Mr. Frisco, thank you, man, for giving us a shout out about the show. You guys know how we do it, man. We love football, and we love doing it for y'all. That's why we are the dopest live NFL show on all of YouTube. And I dare anybody to dispute it. Until next week, man. Yeah, y'all take it easy. Peace.